And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show has an AL East matchup. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Tampa Bay Rays.
And now,
first pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. Our starter in this one, Zach Littell.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Ready to go? Here's Paul Goldschmidt. And that's through there for a strike. And we're off and rolling in Tampa Bay. Swings, fouls it off, and he breaks his bat. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Morrell moving under it. And there's one away. Let's take a look at our lineup. They're facing a guy today who is a strike thrower. Doesn't issue a lot of walks, so they're going to have to work hard to generate base runners.
And when you've got a strike thrower like this guy on the mound, you can't be overly patient as a hitter because the umpire is generally going to give him the benefit of the doubt. So you got to go up there, understand what's in his repertoire, be aggressive in what you can handle. And you get 3 swings, why not take all 3 of them? With his control and command, he's going to be in the strike zone.
One gone, runner at first. Aaron Judge at the plate. In for a strike, good slider.
You know, Boog, Judge is one of those guys that leaves his mark on everything he does. Yes, he's great at baseball, but he's also known for working with charities and in his community. He's a special human, no doubt about that.
Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
That misses the zone, and it's 1-2. Base knock right field. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. And that's in for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Lifted in the air down the left side. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 away. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees.
I know we're still early in the stages of this game, but this at-bat has the potential of being a difference maker. You've got to stay calm in the box.
In for a strike, and it's 0-1. next offering is fouled back. This to third, Caminero. Out number 3. Yanks strand a pair. And now the Rays will get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here at Tropicana Field, getting the nod in this one, Clark Schmidt.
Well, the key for him usually centers around his ability to command all 4 of his pitches. I mean, he can get by with 3 if one isn't working, but it becomes a little tougher to keep hitters guessing, especially when you start to get through the second and third time through the order. So we'll see how he incorporates all of his stuff into this one.
Yandy Diaz, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Schmidt, a righty that throws with power. 29 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2017. Right through there for a strike.
Well, as a hitter, you're hoping that the command on that sinker doesn't come until later in the ball game. But if that's how it's going to be all day, it's going to be a tough one for the offense.
Way out front for strike 2.
1 and 2's the count.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Oh, that's low. That's a ball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Hitting the air out to center field. Grisham is there, makes the catch. All right, let's take a look at the Rays lineup. This is an offense, Chris, that's having a hard time scoring runs right now.
Yeah, sometimes things just aren't going to click, and unfortunately what happens is players press, they try to do a little bit more, and they get out of their game. You've got to let the game come to you. If you chase it, it's going to run from you. So this is a team that just needs to calm down, relax, and understand that they're going to come out of this.
Curtis Mead, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. 1 out, base is empty. Swinging a foul straight back. Swings and misses. That's out number 2. Junior Caminero, the next to hit. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. And first offering is fouled off. Two out, space is empty. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 and 2's the count.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that'll do it. We played an inning, no score. Back now in Tampa Bay, second inning set to go. And stepping in for the Yankees, Austin Wells. Littell back to work. And a strike. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. And that one missing low. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because the pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Get out of town. And they jump ahead in the second. It's 1-0.
Those are the at-bats that leave pitchers exhausted. He had to throw a lot of pitches and still gave up the long ball. That's a bad combo. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. Strike one.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Ground ball to the right side. The flip to the pitcher covering, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. And the batter now, Jason Dominguez. First pitch doesn't find the zone. One out, bases empty, and a run in here at the top of the second. Right through there for a strike. Hit hard on the ground to short. Walls throws to first, and he's out. Now the third baseman, Oswald Peraza. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Inside 2-0.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
The 2-2. Swung on, looped into center. He's got it, and that is out number 3. The Yanks do get one on the solo homer. It's now 1-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. We head to the bottom of the second. Now here's the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Christopher Morel. Down the middle for a strike. 0-1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Next pitch inside, and the count is 1-1.
1-1.
And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Morel tries to hold up, appeal to first. That's a strikeout. Woody Keller says he won a round. Jose Caballero will hit next. And a breaking ball misses outside. One down, base is empty. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Now 2-0.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
On the ground, right side. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
Danny Jansen to hit here. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1.
And it's fouled away.
Ball, that's down.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Next pitch misses. 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Nothing doing for Tampa. Still behind by a count of 1-0. And we're back. And now Paul Goldschmidt. And a foul ball. And a strike on the outside edge.
One, two.
Next one is off the plate. And a count now even up. Fouled off. And they'll do it again. Swings through it for the K. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, when you throw the same pitch back to back, that's how you want to do it. Set him up in the strike zone, then extend a little bit from there and see if you can get him to chase. Nicely done with the slider right there.
He swings and fouls one off. In there at the knees for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. One down, base is empty. Going to count 1-2. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the third one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
Judge takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. And that's in there for a strike. Little slider that finds the mark. So now 1 and 2.
1 and 2 to count.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. 1, 2, 3 go the Yankees. They lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the bottom of the third at the plate. Number 10. Way outside, ball 1. And another ball. That one misses, and now 3-0.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
That one finds the zone, and the count is 3-1. Right through there for a strike.
Count is full.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch and break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
Jake Mangum in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Now that's smacked to right center. And this one looks like trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And he's in with a stand-up double.
All over that one right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Taylor Walls. This is off the inside, and it's 1-0. One out and a runner at second here in the last half of the third. The shortstop takes the ball.
And you got to wonder with first base open, 1 out. Is he going to get a pitch to hit?
Man at second. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first. That's it out.
The batter, number 2, designated hitter,
Yandy Diaz now. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
That one finds the zone. 0-1.
0-1.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back here at Tropicana Field, new inning getting started. Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And that is in there for a strike. I believe that's the split.
Oh, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
On the ground, right side. On to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Now batting, shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
And up next for New York, Anthony Volpe. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Just missed.
Ball.
And that is downstairs. And the count is 2-0. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Just missed.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
And that drops in for a strike.
Just doesn't seem to want to throw him a fastball.
And he walked him.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Throw over to first, and he's back in safely. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 3-0. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. That's just a great feeling as a hitter. You let the ball travel, tracked it pretty nicely. He's almost beat there, but he gets the bat head in time, and it's true enough to stay fair. I mean, that's a good feeling when you can hit an opposite field home run, and he did it right there.
Now here's Trent Grisham.
0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. Can't glove it cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder, Jason.
2 down, base is empty. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. Grounded out his first time. And that's in for a strike. Tampa Bay's bullpen with some action. Ryan Pepio up and loosening in the pen. Orrs getting loose as well. And the 0-1. Swings through that one.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now 3-0. Back now in Tampa Bay, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Curtis Mead. And that one is downstairs. 1-0.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Next offering is fouled back.
Well, these Rays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Now this is in the air down the line. And there's 1 down.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
And first offering is fouled off. Just missed.
Ball.
Outside low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On the ground to the left. And that's a fair ball.
Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent back control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
Now here is Christopher Morel. And there's a strike. Morel in his 3rd season, 25 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season.
Ball, that's down.
Yankees up by 3. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Grisham is there, makes the catch. That's out number 2. So up next, Jose Caballero. He's 0 for 1. In there at the knees.
0-1.
Two outs. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. The Rays strand just the 1. They trail it here 3-0. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Ryan Pepio.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
And here is Oswald Peraza. 0 for 1 so far. And that's
No,
outside.
that's out. Ball.
Foul ball. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. And that turns the lineup over.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman,
Paul Goldschmidt now, 0 for 2 in this one. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Here goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Tag. Steve Jansen too late with the throw. The 0-2. Towards first, and that chance handled. Steps on first for the out.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger, 1 for 2. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps
right side. Throws to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 1.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable, and because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
There's a strike, 95 of that one. And downstairs.
2-2.
And they'll do it again. Two down, bases empty, but 1 run across. And we're at the top of the 5th. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Oh, good solid contact right there, just a bit out in front of that fastball. Got to try to stay on that backside just a little bit longer and see if you can do some damage.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. But they push across 1 run on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Yankees 4, the Rays nothing. Bottom of the inning. Now it's Jansen to hit. Schmidt back to work. Swings through that one out in front that time.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Inside corner, and that's called a strike. See ya. Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. Now it's the second baseman. Struck out swinging his first time.
Oh, I I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And that one's a little bit low. And now it's even 1-1. The Rays down by 4. Last half of inning number 5. Edge of the zone for a strike. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. So digging in, Jake Mangum. Doubled in his first AB. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. And that's a little bit high. And the count even 1-1. Just off the inside edge.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
That finds the mark on the inside corner.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
And that one is in the dirt. Counts full, 3-2. Outside, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Taylor Walls. Grounded out his first time up. Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. Oh, great grab on the dive. And that's a nice play to end the inning.
Great concentration to get that one started. He gets the force at second. Glove work at its finest.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. That catches the corner. Yo, 1. Popped in the air, left field. Morrell makes the grab, and there's one down. Next to hit, Anthony Volpe. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And first offering is fouled off. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. That clips the corner.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
One down, base is empty. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
2 down, nobody on. And there's a foul ball. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And that's down and away. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. That misses.
2-2.
It's 2-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. So they make short work of him there. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. The Yankees 4, the Rays nothing. And we're back. Well, we go bottom 6. Now up for Tampa Bay, Yandy Diaz. Just missed.
That's the ball.
Well, these Rays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Line drive to short and caught.
They put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
So up next, Curtis Mead.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
That clips the corner.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That's down and in.
2-1.
And that one fouled off. The Yanks leading by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. And a swing and a miss down on strikes. That's his 9th strikeout so far. Junior Caminero next to hit for the Rays. Ball 1 there.
Now, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
2 outs. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. And they close the gap. It's 4-1. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden, they're back in this ballgame.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Christopher Morel. And first offering is fouled off. And a foul ball. That one missed.
1-2.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's now 4-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Eric Orrs.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. Has grounded out a couple of times. Orrs, in his rookie season, 27 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick in 2020. Lined, and that's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. And next for New York, Jason Dominguez.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. That one back. Gone. So he blasts one out the other way. His 2nd of the year, and they add a couple more. It's 6-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
So digging in, Oswald Peraza. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And that one hammered. That's back. That's down. One hops off the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And the Rays manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Eric Orrs out of the game, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Righty reliever out of the pen, Manuel Rodriguez.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Goldie steps into the box. 0 for 3 in this one. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
You know, these Yankees, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Up and in, and it's a ball and a strike. And that one clips the corner.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. It's going to really have to bear down.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Man at second. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Caballero makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and the throw's offline. Safe at third.
Designated hitter, Cody Bellinger.
Bellinger up to hit.
I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone here. Pitcher's looking for a strikeout or a ground ball, hoping to keep that runner at third.
He gets there with the slide. Run scores, but a terrific play to get the out.
Well, he still gets the RBI, but that was a really nice play. Great athleticism. You get an out, and you take away the base hit.
Here is Aaron Judge. 1 for 3. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. And that gives Jazz Chisholm Jr. a chance to hit with 2 out. So now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. First pitch misses. The 1-1 is fouled off. Bounced up the middle, and that one handled in there safely.
Up next is the Yankees. The shortstop, Anthony.
First and second, 2 down. And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe. Called strike, a sinker at the bottom of the zone. And that's through there for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 3 runs on 5 hits. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Yankees 7, the Rays 1. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ian Hamilton.
Gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
So digging in, Jose Caballero. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor.
0-1.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Next pitch off the plate. Now 1-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Danny Jansen, next to hit for the Rays, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. There's a swing and a drive. That one's carrying. Absolutely hammered it to left center. And they're chipping away. It's 7-2.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. a good hitter gets pitch recognition early, he saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So 1 out, nobody on. Now it's the second baseman. On the inside corner for a strike. One down, base is empty. And there's a ball. See the velocity, 97 with that fastball.
That's the ball.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
That one misses. Ball 3. And that's ball 4. Tried another slider, but it missed the plate.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Man at first with 1 gone. Next to hit, Jake Mangum. First pitch, and he just misses.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
Foul ball there. Man at first, 1 away. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Lifted in the air, right field. Judge has it sized up. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 away.
The batter number 6, shortstop Taylor Walls.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Taylor Walls. That pitch clips the outside corner. Strike 1. 1 run across in the frame so far. Here at the bottom of the 7th. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-2.
The 0-2. Hit in the air, center field. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's 7-2. Major League Baseball is on the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Garrett Clevenger. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
And that
That's
one
the ball low.
cutting but missing down low. And he pumps it a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
This one in the air. Meade makes the grab, 1 down.
The center fielder, number 12,
Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 1. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Nope, ball.
This one in the air, center field. Mangum under it. He makes the grab, and there are 2 outs. Now the left fielder, Jason Dominguez. He's already homered in this game. First pitch just misses. And another ball. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
The batter, the third baseman,
Oswald Peraza stepping in now for the Yankees. Tap foul at the plate. Dominguez off of first with 2 away. Got him swinging. 1 left for the Yankees, but they're still on top, 7-2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Yoendrys Gomez.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Yandy Diaz digs in now.
the designated hitter, Yandy Diaz.
On the ground to Jazz. Jazz tosses to first, and that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Curtis Mead now at the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Right through there for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away, if you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Ball 1 there. Movement in the Yankees pen. Ryan Yarbrough, the left-hander, up and throwing. Hill getting cranked up as well. The Yankees leading by 5 here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Just missed.
2-1.
Next offering upstairs. Inside, and that's ball 4.
The third baseman, number 13.
Man at first, Junior Caminero next to hit for the Rays. He's already homered here in this one.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Swing and a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Up next for the Rays, the left fielder,
Christopher Morel next to hit for the Rays.
Fastball for a strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to finish off this hitter.
One out. Runners at first and second. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
Now batting, right fielder, Jose.
So up next, Jose Caballero. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. So the Rays strand a pair. They're down 5. It's 7-2. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Pete Fairbanks.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Next offering is in for a strike. Action in the pen down there. Mason Engler getting ready to go. Biggie warming up as well. That one not close. And the count is 1-2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Fastball is outside. Stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
The first one to Bellinger is in for a strike. A little bit low.
That's down. Ball.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
1-2 is the count.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Judge in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. That one pushed foul. Next pitch
1-2.
way upstairs. That one
2-2.
missed. Two down, nobody on. Judge rips that one. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that is that. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the ninth. It's the Yankees 7, the Rays 2. Back here at Tropicana Field, bottom 9, and now Danny Jansen. Gomez back to work. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Threw that
No ball,
fastball
one
right
strike.
by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Next pitch,
1-1.
not close, up high. And it stays fair.
The batter, number 10.
Here's the second baseman. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. That misses the
That's the ball,
zone.
that's down.
Ball one.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Jansen gets his lead at first with nobody out. Checked his
What's it
swing on the 1-0 and appeal to first. That's a swing according to umpire Woody Keller. Check
That's
swing,
it.
and
That's
that's
the
a ball. In the zone for a strike. That was the sweeper. Swing and a ball popped up. Chisholm on the move. He's got it. One down.
Now batting, center fielder, Mingo.
And stepping in for the Rays, Jake Mangum. Clips the corner, and that's strike one.
Backdoored him with a
0-1.
breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Here in the bottom of the ninth, 1 out. Now it's the shortstop, Taylor Walls. Up the middle, Chisholm. And they're down to their last out. And here is Yandy Diaz.
You just have to find a way to keep this game alive. This place will go nuts if you do.
Fastball in for a strike, 0-1. Two outs. Swing and a foul pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. This could end it. That missed by a
1 ball,
lot.
2 strikes.
And that is ball 1. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. In comes the run from third to trim the lead. It's an RBI single. It's 7-4.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. Let that pitch get pretty deep on him, so I think he was looking to go the other way. It was off speed and inside, though, so a good adjustment to shoot it back up the middle.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Yoendrys Gomez gives way. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. So they turn to their closer, Devin Williams. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again.
Number 38, Devin Williams.
And here's the first baseman, Curtis Mead. That pitch gets the inside corner. Strike 1. Two runs across in the inning here in the last half of inning number 9.
Ball.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Grisham gets it back in quickly. Lead runner to second with 2 gone.
Now batting, third baseman.
Now up for Tampa Bay, Junior Caminero. Right through there for a strike. Tying run at the plate. Late swing fouled off. The tying run at the plate. Got him, and that's the ball game.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. Never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
This one finishes with a final of 7-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.